guys, it's me and welcome to a new episode of Current Music Obsessions. And no, I did not cut my hair. Most of it's pulled back into a ponytail and the rest is hanging over because this is how my hair was this morning and I don't feel like styling it yet today. So yeah, actually we're not going out anywhere, so I'll probably just leave it like this today. First up on my list is At the Back of Beyond by Visions of Atlantis. Now, I've known of Visions of Atlantis for quite some time, but I didn't really start getting really into them but until about maybe a few months ago. As I've mentioned in past episodes of this, I went on a Melissa Fairlack kick sometime back, and I learned that Melissa Fairlack was on Visions of Atlantis album Trinity, and so I was like, let me listen to this, and the album is absolutely amazing. My favorite song off that album still to this day is Seven Seas, because that was the first one that I ever heard by them, and it was the first song that I ever fell in love with. I really like the songs from Visions of Atlantis where their male singer isn't all that present in. There are a few songs from them that I do like where he is present, like The Poem, which is also on Trinity. But it's just like I'm not really a huge fan on his voice. Well, I'm not really a huge fan of his voice. So I mean, he's a good singer. I'm just not like a big fan. And God, this area where my eczema is starting to break out is bugging me. The viewfinder. That's what it is. By Sacrament. Now, I discovered Sacrament, I think last year. I know it was last year, back in 2014, but part of me thinks I might have discovered them back in 2013. But I know for a fact I've been listening to them in 2014. They're really, really good. I wouldn't necessarily label them as goth rock, but they are like a rock metal band with gothic influences with their lyrics and whatnot. And their music is always so good, so nice. Not all their songs are in Russian, but some of their songs, like this one, are. And this song is it's such a pleasant track to listen to, and it's really nice, especially the intro. The intro is everything with this track. And the singer, she's absolutely wonderful. She has a really nice voice, and I really do enjoy them. But still, my favorite song by them is Who Am I For You. That song is amazing. The music video is good. And her dress is everything in that video. So, yeah. Next up is Oscillation by Trail of Tears. Now, I've known of Trail of Tears for a few years. And when I discovered this track, I discovered it a few weeks ago. And it's such a good track. And then I learned a few days ago that they had split up, and I'm so upset about it because it's just this band is so good. In their early days, they featured Helena Erin Michelson of Imperia on several of their songs, and that's how I learned about them. I learned about them through Helena, and so to see that now they are split up, it just makes me upset. It makes me sad because this band is so good, and this track is just is proof that this is an amazing symphonic metal band. And it bugs me so much because it's just they're so good, but they're not together anymore. It makes me so sad when amazing symphonic metal bands, power metal bands, gothic metal bands, progressive metal bands split up, because it's just you're so good. And a lot of times I split up shortly after I get really, really into them. And it's just ugh. I never got a chance to see you live. This is so depressing. Next up is Send Me an Angel by Sleep Thief featuring Kirsty Thirsk. I have been a fan of Sleep Thief for a long time now. I absolutely love them. And I saw this song when I was browsing through the Sleep Thief. I found this song while I was browsing through the Sleep Thief tag on Tumblr one day. And girl, this song is amazing. For those of you who don't know, Sleep Thief is a prog neoclassical group, and they feature guest singers, and still to this day, my favorite song by them, well, it's actually a tie. It's a tie between Tenuous featuring Jodie Quinn and Skimming Stones featuring Kirsty Shaw. And the melodies, the melodies are everything in this song. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful track. It's so lovely. It's so pleasant. Oh. Next up is Race of Destiny by Bare Infinity. I have been a huge fan of Bare Infinity for years, since they released their first album, Always Forever, back in 2009. And back then, that was when they had their original frontwoman, Angel Wolfblack, but she has since forth left the band and is now with Seduce to Heaven, which I'm super excited to hear stuff from Seduce to Heaven, because I'm a huge fan of Seduce to Heaven since they came out back in 2013. Yeah, I think they came out in 2013. They might have came out in 2012. I'm not 100% certain. And this song, oh my god, it is so good. Yes. And oh my god, it's such a wonderful track. The melodies, yes. And the lyrics are so good too. It's a very empowering, uplifting song. It is just, it's so amazing. But the one thing I did notice, which kind of bugs me just a little bit, is that the intro, the riffs in the intro, remind me a lot of the riffs at the intro of April Rain by Delane. They remind me of it just the slightest little bit. Next is Downfall by Novaria. Now, this is a song that didn't get stuck in my head a few weeks ago. It wasn't a song that got stuck in my head, but it was a music video. And I was just I spent I don't know how many hours I spent trying to find the song. I think I spent about maybe 2 or 3 hours trying to find the song. It was ridiculous, but it was absolutely worth it. This song is amazing. It is so good. And they are a power metal band, and they're male fronted, and singer is wonderful. It's wonderful. The riffs are amazing. It's almost kind of the best way for me to describe their sound, it's as if let's see, Camelot, Dragon Force, and Children of Bodom had a baby. That is pretty much their sound, because there are some thrash elements to it, and speed elements to it, and the singer, he has a beautiful voice like Tommy Karavik and Roy Khan. And then they have the very fast, heavy riffs like Dragon Force and Children of Bodom. And then they have the epic keyboard solos like Children of Bodom. So that's why I say it's just they're mainly a Children of Bodom Camelot love child, but there still are some Dragon Force influences there as well. Next up is Mother by Karen Christ's Gospel of the Witches. The song is so good. It's it's very doomy. It's doom death metal, and it's so good. It's so good. It's haunting. It's beautiful. It's creepy. It's strange. It's doomy. It's dark. It's so wonderful. I can't wait for this album to come out, because I'm really excited to hear more from this band, this Karen Christ, whomever she is, because this song is so good. It's so nice. It's very similar to Obscure Sphinx. Next songs are by the same band, and that band is Tears of Martyr, and they are Mermaid and Loneliness and Of a Raven Born. I was gonna say Of an Angel Born, but no. These songs are from their most recent album, Tales. And Girl, Tears of Martyr have quickly become a new favorite band of mine. They are a symphonic metal band, and they are everything. Everything. They're so dramatic, so cinematic, epic. Mermaid and Loneliness is such a wonderful, wonderful track, and it's based off of my favorite mythical creatures of all time, sirens, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful yet very tragic love story, and it's just, oh, it's just everything. It's such a beautiful track, such a beautiful track. And the exit, oh, the exit is everything. It's so good. The high notes, Berenice, it's the high notes at the very end. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Of a Raven Born is so dramatic. It is so dramatic. And part of me thinks that it's based off of Edgar Allan Poe, and because of like, as it talks about like, as it talks about like the raven taunting the man and everything, and it's such a good track. It's so good. It's really interesting. It's intense. It's dramatic, cinematic. It's so good. It is so good. And the exit, same thing with Mermaid and Loneliness. The exit on this song is everything because it is so friggin' dramatic. Them high notes. Oh, yes. Next up is Runaway by Ronit. Girl, I have been a fan of Ronit for a very long time, and then shortly, like a few months ago, I recently learned that she is part of one of my favorite channels of all time, Goths Doing Things, and just like made my love for her go even higher than it already was. This song is so good. It's so pretty. Her music is so freaking pretty. It's prog, neoclassical, electronic music, atmospheric. It's so good. So good. It has quickly become my new favorite song by her. My original favorite song by her was Lost at Sea. But now this song has become my favorite, and it's so good. It's so pretty. The melodies are everything. Also, fun fact, Ronit follows me on Instagram now. Yeah. And that is it for this week's episode of Current Music Obsessions. This video I'm recording now, my camera says that it's over 48 minutes long, so I gotta go ahead and get this onto my computer and begin editing it now, so that way I can have it up on Friday. So, yeah, which is hopefully the day that this will go up. It might go up on Saturday because it's so long. But, yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and if you want to check out past episodes and also future episodes of this, I'll have a link down to the playlist to Current Music Obsessions down in the description box below, so you guys can go check that out. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and also don't forget to hit that like button because it'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and so until whenever that may be, goodbye.